Hello there. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Curious Intern. Woo! So, last time we talked about the mental health, right? There were 2 episodes, which I hope you listened and you were blessed by it or you were encouraged by it. So now I'm going to be talking about our emotional health. The way it's so undermined and so belittled that if I'm mentally healthy, then I'm emotionally healthy. Well, it's not like that too. So I'm going to be exposing some truths about this. I really went to check Google out for some of the things, and by my own experience, I won't just swallow what the internet gives. Okay, so emotional health. First of all, our types of emotions. I wanted to be clear about this. And fear is an emotion. Joy is an emotion. Anger is an emotion. Even shame, shyness, happiness, guilt, they're all types of emotions. I know, right? Then I also discovered that emotions and feelings are different. And in fact, we have something called moods. And they're all step by step. You feel the emotion, you get the feeling, and then the mood. We'll go into that later. So what's emotional health? Last time when I was talking mental health, I was just like the state of your mind, how healthy it is, right? Same thing with emotions. How healthy are your emotions? Are you always exploding? Are you always in fear? I feel like for a person to be balanced, all this has to come in the right proportions, and we always need, whether we like it or not, as humans, we need to learn. We need to learn that you need to be emotionally healthy. You need to learn how to be emotionally healthy. If not, you will just be exploding every time, or when over little things you get angry. And so you'll be like, that's how I am. That's not true. You can always change those things. People are not comfortable about it. You yourself, you're not comfortable about it. So what do? See, your emotional health is a fundamental aspect of fostering resilience, like strength on your own part towards certain things. When someone says, I'm stressed out, it's because your emotions are not balanced. That's why you're stressed out. And also, another thing is to be self-aware and overall contentment. To be overall content about certain things that happen in your life as if you're emotionally healthy. If you're disturbed by what is going on all the time, then something is up. So, when you're in tune with your emotions, that's when you know you're healthy. Yeah. So I have a definition of emotions. It's an immediate physiological response to perceived stimulus or an interpretation of specific triggers, okay? So something happened and then the way you react towards it. Fear. You get? Yeah. Now why? Why do we have emotions? Some people are like, I don't have. It's not true. Even the fact that you feel cold is already an emotion. But we'll get into that later. So, emotions provide raw data about what is going around us. They are very essential for our functioning. The fact that you feel afraid when something happens is stored. If something like this happens, this is a reaction that you get towards it. You get? Okay. Now, feelings. Feelings are more or less physical and mental sensations that arise when we internalize emotions. It's like it has happened, then your reaction towards it. Apparently, it's 6 seconds for all these things to go on. I don't even know. But it's 6 seconds. 1/4 second, the way they did the maths. You browse it, you will see. So, it's more sensational feelings. That's like somebody can be physically saying, I feel cold. And also, some people be like, I feel cold, as per emotionally. That happens, but yeah. So, it's sensational. Why? It helps us to pay attention and react to the perceived threats or opportunities that happen. Basically, you are acting on the data you received. Then moods. Moods are more than they are generalized. They are not specific like how emotions can be. They're a mix of your emotional and your feelings. It's just as you go through your days, your emotions and feelings, just a mix of it. It's a semi-persistent mental plus physical plus emotional state. That's when one woman is so moody, you would know, or a guy is moody, so okay. And moods, they can go on for longer periods to allow us to be able to handle what next, to stay attuned to handle what's next. Okay, so I've dropped that. Now, I'm going to talk about something else called The common examples of good emotional health. What are the common examples of emotional health? Number one is your self-love. Do you love yourself? Do you appreciate yourself? If you do, then you're actually on the way. Oh, and yes, emotional health is not a goal. Like, to be emotional healthy is not, I have reached there, I am emotionally healthy. No, it's a process. It's something you constantly continue doing. You are never going to reach the perfection or the feeling stage and say, oh, I am an emotionally healthy person. Because sometimes some situations will just shock you and you'll be like, is it not me that just said that I don't get angry easily? You now realize you're getting angry at that point. You get, so you have to know that, okay, I have to revisit something about me. Yeah. But if you're on the road already, then you would appreciate yourself more. You would notice upsetting emotions when they arise. You'll be able to ask yourself questions when you're doing things. Like, you question your action yourself. You just sit and like, why did I do what I did? That means you're actually very aware of what's going on around you and what's going on within you. It's important. I want us to really look at these examples. Look at yourself and just go through it. Okay, as I'm staying at home right now, do I get angry easily? Am I like, are certain things, new emotions around me, like certain things that are happening around me, are they like my reactions to it? This is not normal. Do you know? Just look about it and just say, okay, something's up. Now, why is it very important to be emotionally healthy? It helps us to be mentally strong. It helps you to have a better mental health. It builds your self-esteem. It helps you to make deeper connections with people. If you're a type of person who is very aware of who they are, when you're talking to people, when you're having conversations with people, they will listen, they would, understand, and they will see them like, okay, this person has sense. You'll be able to form deeper connections, widen your social circle as well. And when stress happens, you will not fall sick because stress happened. You just be like, oh, I was stressed today. But you will be healthy physically also. How can we help ourselves to improve it? Of course, we can guess. What are the coping strategies? People would say, listening to music, yes. Walking, gisting, talking about it with someone. Journaling, like me, how I used to write in my diary sometimes, or just record stuff, like what I talked about in the mental health episodes. Like that, just meditation self, just sitting down in a calm room, in a quiet room, and just, reciting things to yourself, affirmations to yourself. Those are ways that can help you improve your emotional health. Exercise, take a walk, jog, walk around. Don't just sit down all the time and just be brooding. Make sure your time is used on bettering yourself at that point. If you're not doing anything, then take care of yourself. You spend that year or that month that you're not going to work, you're not doing anything to better yourself, okay? Strengthen social connection. Don't just block yourself in the house and say, because I'm not working or things are not going on, you will not chat, you will not hang out with friends. Please don't do that. Stay connected to loved ones. As many people that you consider loved ones in your life, stay connected to them. Be mindful of what you do. The actions you take, before you take them, you are aware of it. Slow down, okay? And sleep well. Quality sleep. And when I saw that, I was so happy. I was like, wow, okay, quality sleep. So that's, for me, I think also I will talk about that, forming good communities, like church, Bible study and stuff, paying attention to the elders. So I'm not joking, my parents were really close, so that's my elder. Those are people I'm calling my elders now. So yeah, we talk and we just, whenever things I'm going through, I'm reacting in a certain way, I normally just do that to them first, and then I see the way they will do, and I'm like, I can't go and do this outside because my parents have reacted this way. You get? So that's for me. But everybody would have their own way to cope. I'm just giving examples. But if you see this way works for you and it is helping you, not that it's making you worse, you're supposed to reevaluate. After you've tried these strategies, reevaluate them to make sure they are working out. Okay? I think that's it. I'm just gonna stop here because I want to talk about emotional intelligence in the next episode. I just wanted you to get a good overview that good emotional health is crucial. It is very important for your overall well-being. people should stop thinking that I am not depressed, yeah, so I'm emotionally healthy. But if somebody takes your meat without telling you have started flaring up, come on. I wonder, because it's something that would help everybody to be able to live around each other. Some people like, this is, that sentence that is very annoying. I am what I am. Hey, Kini, I am what I am. If you're not a good person, you are not a good person. I mean, it's fine when people, I understand when they say, oh, I'm not going to satisfy somebody else. Like, my personality does not have to satisfy everybody. But if you look around you and you realize that you had 5 people around you, but down the line you only have 1, and it's not because they did something or you are like, maybe an argument that that is very concrete was not that separated people, but because of one character or the other decided to leave one by one. Maybe every time people are talking, you're always shouting, and they're always telling you, stop shouting. They're like, no, I will shout. Is it not my voice? Calm down. Do you get? That's what I mean. So you just look around it and be like, what is going on? Why are my friends leaving? Calm down. Take corrections. That used to pain me before. I really used to, when people correct me, like, oh, Shion, for me, this happened, it used to bite me, because it makes me feel like I made a mistake, I'm a failure. Do you get? So I had to really reconsider and swallow that stupid pride and just sit down there. As it's biting me, I will just sit down there and listen. I'll now go inside and be angry after, but it will now sink later and be like, okay, this is why they are doing that. They corrected me because they love me. Do you get? I mean, I take corrections for people that I see their life and I know that it's worth listening from. It's not just anybody I would take corrections from. Okay? Yeah, my circle is quite small, but if you get what I'm saying, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. I want to quickly say this affirmation. I'll say half here, then I'll say the other half in the rest. It's from the book Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. Because the truth is, your mind is a battlefield, and the heart and the mind are very connected. They are codependent on each other. They are not independent of each other, and they are not the same. So there's always that battle that, oh, who's going to take it, Anyway, I ditch every wilderness mentality. I embrace the thoughts of Christ concerning me. I do not move in endless cycles. I move at the pace of God. I stay grounded in His ways. I have hearing ears, seeing eyes, and a heart that understands. That's where I'll stop today. That's something you should remember for yourself, okay? Refuse to wallow in self-pity. Refuse to wallow in self-doubt. Be self-aware that you're going through stuff. And it's not a bad thing to be going through stuff. It's a bad thing when you choose to remain in that bad stuff. Anyway, thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and please follow so that you can be receiving my updates, because as your girl like this, when she starts her work, she would be advertising easily. But right now, as I record, I edit and I upload. That's what I normally do my data. I'm really busy outside the internet circle, so I don't normally get to advertise myself. So for you to get my new episodes, you have to follow on Spotify and Google Podcasts. Subscribe. Thank you, my curious people that are along with me. Till next time, bye.